Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Nicola Ama and I've got 3 of my beautiful, lovely best friends with me and I'm gonna let them introduce themselves because
I'm Talia. Hi.
I'm Chica. Hi.
I'm Viv. Hello.
So today we're gonna talk about self-love as I just feel like it's a new year and it's nice to speak about these things to make sure we start the year off right. So girls, ladies, what do you think, what does self-love mean to you? Viv?
Oh, okay, shall I?
Yeah.
Self-love for me is just like not beating yourself up if you don't achieve certain goals, like just kind of realizing that everything is a learning curve and just appreciating that you've tried, and then when you do have successes, really celebrating those moments and just kind of patting yourself on the back, like no matter what you go through, because I just feel like it's very easy to feel quite downtrodden or to be quite hard on yourself if things don't go your way, and being able to just sort of step back and be like, you know, I tried and that's a great thing and I'm still amazing. For me, that is self-love. Just pat yourself on the back. Yeah.
Pat shoulder, is it? Dust your shoulder.
Dust your shoulder.
Yeah. Cheeks, what about you?
Alright, I'm gonna throw it up in the air a little bit because the term actually makes me feel nervous.
Oh, why?
Yeah, because I feel like there's a sort of a growing love of self in society. So I think I just want to qualify self-love by saying that I think knowing who you are is loving yourself, and that's just, it's sort of a self-acceptance. Like for me, particularly being a Christian as well, because of the love I've received from God, I am able to give that to other people. I'm able to love, I see myself as he sees me, and then oh snap, she said I got feedback on that, but I love myself, it's fine.
I can't see it.
Okay.
I still love you.
Right, is that God still loves you? Exactly. Yeah, no, so I feel like there's that scripture that says that, and what have I got around my mouth? You can still put this, you can put this in, I really don't care.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll all have.
I was going to edit.
No, but it says that you got be careful because in the last days, like difficult times will come because people will be lovers of self.
True. Yeah.
And it's so evident that this, like, society is becoming a bit self-obsessed. So the line that I would draw is when you see yourself as God sees you, that's my perspective, then you see yourself in a balanced way. You don't over-love yourself, but you definitely don't under-love yourself. And from the love that you receive from him, you're able to love others as well. So self-love is there's a fine line. It makes me very
obsessed.
Don't want to
Don't be self-obsessed. Yeah. And it's so easy in social media culture.
That's right.
Selfie season.
Yeah.
What about you, Tals?
Well, I think what Chica said is like really spot on, and these days everyone's so narcissistic with social media and you know, how hard can you beat your face and how fleeting can you look?
Try to date your face.
And people really confuse that with loving yourself. And loving yourself is so much more than the physical, you know, and it's being happy with who you are, knowing who you are, and loving your flaws and accepting that, and being confident to show that to the world. You know, you might not be the best at something, but this is who I am. Take me for who I am. So I think a lot of us are really scared, especially with social media, to hide all those things that actually make us who we are. Like, yes, we're not perfect, but so what? So what? And you know, the people, we love each other for our flaws, for the good bits and the bad bits, you know, and it's the bad bits that really make us who we are, you know. So I think self-love is really accepting that and just wanting to shout that to the world, you know, everything you are, flaws and all, and just being comfortable in your own
acceptance
skin.
of who you are.
So we haven't always been this way, isn't it?
No. I was just about to say that, you know.
Very weird. I think
But like, it took a lot to get to this. Although we're not there yet, at least even thinking about it. And it's a journey, exactly. I remember, I think it was last month, I literally thought, you know what, this month I'm going to just think about self-love and value. Anytime I feel like I'm devaluing myself, I'm going to like catch myself. It's so easy to forget who you are. Especially when you're dating. You can like just settle. It's like no. I don't need to do that. And that brings me to my next point. When it comes to dating, how do you balance what you deserve and what you accept? Sorry girls, I'm getting a bit deep on you. I didn't actually tell them this one.
I actually kind of shook a little bit. No.
Let's keep it real. Okay, so balancing what you deserve and what you accept. Okay, so let's just be honest, shall we? I think
we've accepted some.
We've always. Let's just keep it very, very real. And there's no shade. To anyone. It's tricky because when you do start dating someone, whether you want to admit it or not, you are trying to like be who you think they want you to be because you like them and you want them to like you back. So you can start to lose yourself a little bit, and sometimes you have to go through that relationship or that dating spree or however long it lasts, and then just kind of step back and just really look at it objectively and think, is this what I want? Is this what I deserve? And just think about who you were before you got into that relationship. And then try. It's so easy for me to say this because it's very easy when you're on the other side. But try and remember who you were before, what you want, what your values are, and then look at where you are now. And if they're not adding up, then you have to make. Peace out. You have to make a decision. Everybody changes a little bit, and that's absolutely fine. But if you know something is really against your morals or really against who you are, don't try and make the person who you want them to be, or start settling and thinking, actually, maybe I could like this, or maybe. When you start having those conversations, you shouldn't have to convince yourself to be someone else. It's hard though.
I will add to that, whilst you're listening to yourself, know that there's an element of confidence that we put in our own decision making that we probably shouldn't. I think, wait until the last possible moment. And I know that sounds really skeptical, but even in listening to yourself, we don't always know what's best for ourselves. If I look back on my past history, I didn't know what was right for me when I was in a relationship. It seemed right at the time, but I don't know the bigger picture of my life. So what seemed okay, although I might have learned a lot from it and gained a lot from it, it wasn't where I should have been. I shouldn't have been there. I shouldn't have been there. And I can't judge everything. I'll tell you what, I had this situation once with my dad, God rest his soul. And we were at a wedding, and someone tried to talk to me at the wedding, and he did it so properly. He came over, he got his mum to come over.
Oh my God!
His mum came and spoke to me. He came correct. His mum came and spoke to me first, and she was like, "Oh, we've watched you at the wedding. The way you carried yourself, you're such a beautiful lady." Yeah, I know. Wow. And then she's like, "My son would like to speak to you."
Oh, yeah.
Well, I was not there at the time. I was really young.
Imagine she could have.
Sweeten the.
Yeah, it was so awkward because it's like you cornered me. However, so I'm here with my dad. I'm at the wedding with my dad, and Niger weddings, they go on. So I was like, let me just. And everyone's looking at you, so I thought, I can't be rude, I'm going to go speak to him. So I spoke to him, and then my dad noticed that I'm over speaking to someone. So he was like, what's going on? And I'm making signals to my dad, like, help. And he came over, and the mum came to speak to my dad as well. Oh, wow. Now, my dad was ready to rescue me, right?
Yeah.
He was so ready to rescue me. I was doing all this signal, everything. But then he found out that this woman was like a governor in Nigeria. One of her sons was like a professional footballer. He found out all this stuff, and And he was like, I've never felt so abandoned in my life. Like the way he just walked, like he went from coming in to rescue to when he worked out what was going on, he was like,
wait a minute.
And he was like, I'll see you back at the table. When I got back to the table, I was like, Daddy, seriously, you left me. He was like, no, it's good for you to talk. He explained to me, do you know who this person is? Da, da, da. And I was like, do you know what? My dad's just thinking of the bigger picture. He wasn't trying to sell me off as a bride then and there. But he was like, if there's any guy that I want my daughter talking to, it's this kind of guy where the mums come over and spoke to her first. I know that they come from a good family. And I thought, as angry as I was with my dad at that moment, God rest his soul, I was like, he was thinking of me. And so again, coming back, not trying to be the preacher in this video, but coming back to my relationship with God, I'm like, he knows what's best for me. And so when I'm thinking about a perspective, I don't like, I'm kind of like anti-dating and all this stuff because I've struggled so hard with making my right decisions. I think God will make it for me. He will make it. And I can't see the bigger picture. He knows the kind of man that he will want speaking to me. And when I don't feel easy, I have to say, maybe, God, do you want me talking to this guy? And step back. Sorry, that was
peace is powerful though.
It's powerful.
I love peace. I think since I've been single, I've had the most peace ever.
That's
like I literally go to sleep and like
No
drama. I wake up. I'm not worried about if someone is texting me or not. I don't care. I will sleep and I'll wake up and I go about my business. Like,
Wake up to morning devotion.
I'm like, okay. But it's just so nice to have peace. Peace. It's like the most precious gift that I love. I think peace is so special.
Definitely.
But yeah, sorry, Tals, go.
So so I think it's, as we're saying, it's a journey. Like knowing what you will and won't accept is really a step-by-step process. And I think for all of us, we've been in some bad relationships. We've chosen
crazy.
We've chosen people who weren't good for us, and right now, where we are now, we can look back and say, well, maybe it wasn't a very good idea, but it's enabled us to be the people that we are.
Definitely.
And so for me, when I'm thinking about the type of person that I want in my life and what I will accept and how I won't compromise, is I actually, after each relationship, I have a sentence and I build on that sentence after each relationship. So at the beginning it was like a simple sentence. So I will share it with you in a second. But yeah, I add like just a word or two after every relationship because I know myself more, I know what I want more, and I know what I won't compromise on or anything. So it's not kind of like I want him to be tall and handsome, and it's none of that, but it's just more about kind of morals and kind of the type of person. So
like, I want a studious person.
So at the moment how it stands is I want an honest and loyal man of God who stimulates my body, mind and soul and adds value to my life.
Nice.
So he was good. and that's it. So then some people would say, well, but does that mean that he's going to be driven? And I'm like, well, he stimulates my mind, so he's going to be intelligent. So yeah, he's going to be driven out of that. And but will you accept someone who's not a Christian? In the sentence, man of God. Will you accept him cheating, honest and loyal? So it wasn't always that detailed, but honesty came in at one point, loyal came in at one point. When I compromised myself in previous relationships, and at that point didn't appreciate the essence of that. And I guess you have to kind of grow as a person, and you kind of sometimes you're in situations and you don't really appreciate the importance of things like loyalty or things like honesty, but when you come out the other side you think, well, I can't compromise on that anymore, and I won't. So I think it's just growing through relationships. So yeah, I think it's a journey, and I think as we grow older, we won't accept a lot more. But as you were saying, Nick, like peace peace is so
sweet. I love it.
Peace is so important, and I think when you don't have that peace, irrespective of who that person is, whether it's the footballer who has the mum who comes to speak to you, if you don't feel that peace, he's not even worth speaking to.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, to also comment. Feel free to put any suggestions in terms of a video that you like me to discuss on Talk With Me. Today I had Talk With Me with the ladies, and next time,
you don't know yet.
I don't know.
Just wait and see, isn't it?
Well,
Let's
see what
Can we
happens.
reply to their comments?
It's gonna be
They will reply to your comments, and I'll put down like their social media so you can also follow them as well. And please remember to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and also comment and share this video for others to watch and see. And have a lovely day. Bye.
Bye.